lost any weight lately, even though he clearly hasn't.
So this telecommuting thing, I mean, are people getting sick of Andy being on the TV? Shouldn't he be here?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm hoping this telecommuting thing works, because then, you know.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. So, are you two ready for some down and dirty trivia, or would you just rather mud wrestle? Everybody's got their screws. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question.
First on the docket, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Players 1 and 2. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Can you turn the volume up?
Take his acting is all right. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Players 1 and 2. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Next up, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie. Oh, you're screwed, player 1. You got 5 seconds.
Count has 2.
Player 2, you handle that screw very well. Time to twist the knife. Player 2, Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has 2 eyebrows! That earned you an extra $1,000. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Say hello to Duck Duck Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or players 1 and 2? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers.
Coming up, the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 1. Why don't you play this or that and see if you can't catch up a bit? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 2, choose your answer before player 1, and if player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. Cool, let's do it. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. You were a couple of bananas short of a bunch. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of round 1. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And remember, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. All right, let's get back to it. Here we have Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. It's so obvious. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Players 1 and 2? No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's a good one. Let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snow. Player 1. Player 2. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
This one's known as Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Player 1. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 2? That answer has a hole in it.
Look like they're having fun.
This one's called Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player 2. Player 1.
You would want a red
This
wine.
is right. Oops. I mean, this is white, which is wrong. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Here's one for you. I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or... Player 2. Player 1. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. $2,000 if you're right. 2,000 gone if you're wrong. And most importantly,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Straw? No, wood. Straw. It is, I also don't get it.
Player 1 takes it! Player 1, you won this game by a nose. Actually, you won this game by the pimple on a nose. Actually, you won this game by the hair on a pimple on a nose. Actually... You don't know Jack!
Mean.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows back. Like, we need to get moving now. Okay, you two, let's make this interesting. We're gonna play to the death. There's your hardware. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big.
You can play it with
And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Get ready, time for question. One.
First up, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Good effort. Good effort. Player 1, your screw worked out. Want a little more money? Player 1. Could be worse, you know, in theory. I so wanted you to pick this one. Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her. I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it, she'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping. He'd laugh, and he'd kill her. Try this on for size. If I only had a brain trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues? Misrepresent the Wicked Witch's position on the issues? Prove the Wicked Witch wrong using statistical data? Or interrupt the Wicked Witch before she finishes her points? Players 1 and 2? No, but it does seem like just the kind of thing the Scarecrow would do. That guy was an ass. Smart people choose this. A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the 2 candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Why were there tubes everywhere?
Coming up next, getting naughty, and this dis or dat leg's being tied up. Player 2, why don't you play this dis or dat and see if you can catch up? I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the square button. If it's a sex position, press the circle button. Player 1, select your answer before Player 2, because if you get it right and Player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. We good? Here we go. The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert. The Trinity. The Caboose. The Chairman. The Four in Hand. You wear clip-ons, don't you? My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. And now, shop till everyone drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Goodness, Player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. In the grim fairy tale, The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. Player 2, that was your screw, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, baby.
Bucker up for Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia to IKEA, or IKEA, Nokia, and Kia headquarters are exactly the same distance apart. Player 1, watch the clock. Player 2, huh? Player 1, no Kia, no Kia. It was begging to be picked. Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive! Round 1 is complete. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And hint, hint, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Let's see what's in store. I call this one, Muscle Milk was a bad choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Player 2. Player 1. In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last. And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next. Guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an...
Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians, Trustitarians, or Nornuns?
Player 2, congratulations, not. Player 1,
And you've been excommunicated.
here's where the money is. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that treats about reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Follow me down to the sea.
Take a good look at Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Player 2, did you pick this on purpose?
That is a funny one.
Player 1, there are 3 SeaWorlds. 1 in San Diego, 1 in San Antonio, and 1 in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. It's time for Kangaroo Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo Peanuts, Albert. Players 1 and 2. His name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me.
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now you're creeping me out, man.
And on its way, the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or I have to do a number 2 in a 1. Players 1 and 2? According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is. Step right up to the Jack attack when you see 2 clues that match. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck. Player 1's got it! Player 1, you squeaked by with this victory. And from the looks of you, it's a squeak from one of those laboratory mice that can't find the cheese at the end of the maze. All you'll find is... You don't know Jack!
What do you want?
About the inventory.
Wanna try Fibbage, Wordsbud, or Lyswater? Just associating words.
I like this game.
Bonjour, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. I hope that impresses you.
Yeah.
All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's begin. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from the following fact categories. In a deleted scene in High Plains Drifter, John Wayne kissed Clint Eastwood. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. Michael Jackson was an honorary NASA intern. Starbucks was almost named Pequod, the ship from Moby Dick. The tune for the song Mana Mana came from a softcore porn film. Amsterdam is home to the Masturbation Museum. A woman in one of the Bond films was actually born a man. Jonathan Taylor Thomas went to grad school in Norway. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round one. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Sony introduced a 185 CD changer boombox. During World War II, a horse was promoted to the military rank of sergeant. Satan wine is made by a vineyard next to an active volcano. China's internet blockers forbid access to pages containing the phrase, "the truth." Grover Cleveland wrote a book on sexual positions. Facebook has a status setting for deceased users. Wearing squid tentacles like a mustache is a symbol of status for Japanese fishermen.
Why can't we vote?
Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Secret Service code names. Some of these code names assigned by the Secret Service are true, and you guessed it, some are lies. Dick Cheney's Secret Service code name is Unkillable. Prince Charles' Secret Service code name is Unicorn.
That seems like a British thing.
Ronald Reagan's Secret Service code name was Bonzo.
Deep throat. Wasn't it deep throat?
Hillary Clinton's Secret Service code name is Rawhide. Dan Quayle's Secret Service code name is Potato. Donald Trump's Secret Service code name is Zeus.
Better not be true.
Ted Kennedy's Secret Service code name was Sunburn.
That's hilarious.
Let's see the final scores.
I'm Cookie, and this game is about to change your lives for a couple of minutes. 3 players, ready for action, lock and load. Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category. Okay, here's your first question. In 1988, George H.W. Bush celebrated Halloween by dressing up as blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the help button and get a suggestion. Do it now. Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Let's see what everybody selected. And that means time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A science student in Nepal has created an innovative solar panel that is far cheaper to make than a traditional solar panel because it's made with blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, who picked what?
That would make sense.
And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. George Frankel is the CEO of a Georgia-based company that will turn your dead relative's ashes into blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me, Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
She's so funny.
Okay, what did everyone pick? It's part 1 of the 5 stages of Reef. And the rest of the board goes unselected.
We're gonna bring it all the way back, baby.
This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. During the 1990s, teachers in North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, let's take a look. Even in the classroom, North Koreans are pro-torture. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Lake Superior State University offers a bizarre license. The license entitles you to hunt blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? All right, let's see what everybody picked. Everyone's a winner. So far, every hunter has only caught a 1-point buck. And that means some of these didn't get picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A Brazilian environmental group launched a campaign in 2009 to save the rainforest by urging people to pee in blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? They believe saving the Earth should be a #1 priority. And that means this lie didn't get picked. Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Here's your final fibbage question. Name of the experimental grilled pineapple sandwich from McDonald's that lost out in a sales contest to the Filet-O-Fish. Enter your lies now.
Hey.
Hurry! Hit the live for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here are your choices.
Dang it, I meant to put Blue Burger.
What's yours, McCaffrey? What's yours, McCaffrey? Mine was
Pick something. All right, who picked what? And nobody fell for this one.
It bumped you up
tied.
pretty hard.
Hello, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and before we get started, I just want to say, you're welcome. 3 players like 3 bears, only humans who are playing a party game together. Okay, not my best analogy. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. It's time for a road trip. While in Florence, New Jersey, be sure to check out the auto repair shop, which, according to its owner, has an operational toilet once owned by blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
He left.
Pick something.
Yeah. I picked Charlemagne though.
Let's see what everybody selected.
It could also be Thomas Crown into the toilet. Real quick.
And we're done.